I really need to get a good bike lock, but we made it to the office nice and early. I am psyched because this is going to be a great week. I got lots of time in the studio. Let's get into it. I like to try and stay on top of post-processing as much as possible. With my early morning sleepy hours, we're going to try and get as much done and process all of these products as fast as we can. Let's roll the time lapse. Well, that was a lot, but they are all processed. I have like 40, 50 in stock, something like that. So enough for a week or two of buffer, which makes me feel so good and lets me focus on some of the other things. I quickly modeled up a NATO rail in Fusion 360 and I'm playing around with it in Cam. I'm learning all the tools still, but I gotta get my products into the mail real quick, so I'm gonna run up to the 11 a.m. pickup spot and drop them off. I realized I was exporting my Fusion files as STLs, and you need them to be step files to be able to do a lot of the things in Cam. So that's really unlocked the software for me, and I think I'm gonna have this NATO rail ready to be carved, but I'm gonna run out of time today, so I might just leave it set up ready to go for tomorrow morning first thing. To be honest, I spent most of the day in post-production for my clients. Then I ordered some more bubble wrap and boxes because I'm getting low. Gotta keep things in stock to keep things moving smoothly. Today felt so much better already than last week. I got to really dive into Cam. I think I have a much better understanding of CNC milling, so that just feels great. I'm gonna get those NATO rails cut tomorrow. I set such an unrealistic expectation of myself last week that within an hour I could understand a completely new software. So I'm just trying to have some patience and grace on myself this week to be able to take the time to really learn it properly, and be able to use it to create a product. So with that, I'm going to load up a bit of this Phillip Holley filament so that I can send a print to the printer when I'm at home. So I'm not sure what I'm going to print, but I know I need to print something, and get my quick release plates flowing again. This PLA marble, white marble, has got to be one of my favorite filament colors. It's one of the original ones I used to print a ton of stuff with, so I'm going to pop it in the printer and send something to it from home. While I was at work, a new machine arrived that blocked Maggie in.
Come on, Joel. Another big package?
So I had to run home and help move it so we could take the doggo for a run. When we weren't pointing at squirrels, that is. Good point. What's the problem? Ah, much better. Then I sent a print to the printer and started the process of trying to get my baby to sleep through the night as she is going through the 4-month sleep regression. If you know, you know. And then it was off to the studio again with my exciting new machine in the trunk. Of course, the elevator is still broken, but that's not going to slow me down. I'm really excited to finish building out my studio to be an efficient personal manufacturing hub. And just after I got upstairs, there was an incident with my wife, the baby, and the dog. Some heads collided, and I needed to rush home to make things better. So now that everybody's happy again, everybody's safe, we're all good, I'm gonna skip past the NATO rail for now, and I'm gonna do some unboxing. Acmer was kind enough to send over the P3, which I'm very excited to add to my personal manufacturing hub here in the studio. And I told them the only way I would consider it is with the AP220, the Air Purifier, because I won't have access to a window from where I'm going to use this unit. So that's the Air Purifier is essential for me. So thank you guys for that. I really appreciate it. So that's the Air Purifier unboxed and ready to go. We got a air assist, cool. 2-in-1 laser module, some more protective glasses. My first impressions are that this machine looks very nice. Everything's really crisp, really well constructed. That's good. The elephant in the room, it doesn't really fit on this desk and it's a bit big for this space, but I'm so sick of this tabletop desk situation, and I'm planning on building a 2-stage lifting one, but the laser came a little sooner than I expected, which was super cool. So I'm gonna have to build that desk tabletop system sooner than later. Almost forgot, these are the prints that we did last night. PLA marble, printed great, generic high-speed PLA, nice. Before we get a chance to get this laser running, I gotta do a little bit of cleanup of all this recycling garbage, and I'm gonna tear this down because I have a project where I wanna CNC out this foam and turn it into some camera organizing units. I like to reuse as much packaging material and stuff like this as I can. The nice thing about CNC and lasers is that you can kinda start a project and then come back to it whenever you want. Whereas with 3D printing, typically once you start, you can't stop because the temperatures change on the prints. So I'm gonna at least get the bottom half done on the CNC today. And then we'll test out some lasers. Running one more alignment test now. It's just basically printing in each of the corners and then verifying with the camera. I guess lots of learning today. I had forgotten to turn the Air Purifier on, and it right away smelled like burnt wood. And then I turned it on and the smell's all gone in this room, and it's not making any more of that smell. So that's really great that the Air Purifier works. I just have it down there until I build my new setup, but that's awesome. It's gonna be a lot of fun to play with, and I think I'm gonna get some really cool results on some awesome projects. It is the 2-in-1, so I'll show you later this week a few things that it can engrave. That's about all the time I have today for these projects. I have a little bit of editing to do for my videography clients and a shoot tomorrow, but I get to come into the office in the morning to prep for that, so I don't have to do that today. I snuck in a quick 3D scan for my neighbor Kwaku of his broken AC unit thing. I definitely got him into 3D printing, which is a whole other thing. And now I'm gonna take out the garbage and recycling because my building doesn't have recycling, so I'm gonna bring it home and put it in my building's recycling. I'll put the hours of this machine up on the screen, but this is one of the first failures I've had. The filament started flying out the back because there's a hole from wear and tear on the back of this PTFE tube, which sits here on the AMS, and that's mainly printing carbon fiber PETG with this printer. So, you know, a few thousand hours before you wear out a PTFE tube, and that's the only thing that I've had happen so far. I sell a product that lets you mount your SSD drive on the back of your MacBook or any other computer. So I use these iron little metal pieces so that you can magnetically attach things. And I'm really happy to say that the IR laser did a great job engraving these. So I just have to dial the settings in a bit more, and then I'll be able to offer this product to the public again because I was having troubles finding someone to do this engraving for an affordable price. Today we're taking the baby to the doctor's office, and then I have a shoot this afternoon for a client. So the baby's been going through some 4-month sleep regression, so I spent the morning helping her sleep, and Maggie got to sleep in because she definitely needs it. But now I get to go to work, and we have a fun evening planned. I got my Staples order here, and if you buy enough money, they give you free snacks. You got me, Staples. This is why I spend money with you. I've essentially just been stuck in post-production all day. Got to keep my videography clients happy. But before I leave, I'm going to try and at least get this stuff put away and set up so that tomorrow I can do some more laser engraving, which I'm really excited about. I noticed at 2:57 that I needed to get my sales for today in the mail, so I rushed out there and we got them into the truck just in time. My dream for this space is to turn it into a perfect personal manufacturing hub. I'm just so excited about this industry and this time of innovation right now. It feels really similar to the start of drones and cameras becoming really good, kind of like the start of the Canon 5D Mark II or the DJI Phantom series kind of coming onto the scene. It feels like that right now, like we're just nearing the end of that first big wave with bamboo coming on the scene. And now, like, across the board, just innovation after innovation. It's really exciting. Launch videos just get me so hyped about the future.
The world's first 120 watts diode laser, equipped with water cooling system. A full sheet laser engraver designed to never limit your creativity. Processing a standard 4x8 foot panel in one go is no longer a challenge. X1 features autofocus to save your time for more important things. With 18 powerful laser beams, X1 is bring industrial power to your desktop. Worry about smoke and dust? With dual turbo vent system, fully enclosed X1 handles all the messy work, cutting 40mm solid wood only in one pass. From cutting to engraving, whatever you imagine, X1 can make it real. From small to large, create freely. From everyday life to professional work, fulfills all your creative needs. Acmer X1, your ultimate creative partner.
Kobe was also very hyped to have me home. And then Maggie and I headed up to Grouse Mountain for a quick work perk.
It looks fake. It's not a real bear.
It's a real bear. It's real. Hi, Grinder and Kula. I've been running long-term time lapses up here for 3 years straight now, and every once in a while need to come up and get the images off the memory card. We still got power, that's a good thing. This Biolapse LT unit has been extremely reliable for these long-term time lapses. So I'm just gonna steal the memory card and offload these files while we have dinner. There is always something new going on up here at Grouse. They just opened a full mountain biking trail network. I think she likes the mountain.
Hold the camera still, and there's the time lapse. Ooh, whoops. Baby background noise.
Good to go. Camera's back in action. Just in time to catch the local deers having their evening snack. We tried to stay awake long enough to see the Lion King on the outdoor screen, but everyone was a bit too tired, so we packed it up and headed down for the night, and all had a much needed sleep. More supplies came in for the print farm, and I got to finally give the laser a bit more of a test with some different metal stock and dial in the settings for my product. Whoa. Okay, but how cool is this? We know the iron one works well. This is just straight up aluminum, and it looks nice. And this is black anodized aluminum, and it really pops on that, so that is really cool to see. I really like how that looks. So that's all just the same settings. I didn't even change anything with the IR laser. Very, very cool. I made sure to get my shipments into the mail early today because it looks like we're in for some rocky roads coming up with shipping to the US, which is about 40% of my sales. I opened up Etsy this morning to see that there are new US tariff policies that could affect my shop. And it's looking like that means I won't be able to use Canada Post shipping within Etsy, and the de minimis, which means anything under $800, you don't have to pay a tariff on. Now that is canceled, it doesn't exist anymore. And if you're in the US, you're gonna have to pay a tariff on every shipment coming in, including things under $800. So my packages and my sales will be tariffed. I don't know how to charge tariffs. I don't know how that all works. So I'm in for an interesting experience next week with sales. That's future Joel's problem. Today, I'm just having fun with lasers. So by the time I post this video, I will have these SSD holders for your MacBook back and live in my shop so you can buy them. Over the next few months, I'm definitely going to be putting this thing through its paces and finding out all the different types of things that you can engrave with it. The combo of the infrared and the diode seems to be kind of like the perfect in-between because I'm not about to get a massive CO2 laser. So let me know in the comments if there's anything you would like to see me try and engrave or laser cut with this P3, and we'll go from there. So they don't run AC in my studio on the weekends, so it is just cooking in here right now. But today, this morning, I took my dog to North Vancouver and we were running around having a great time. And then a couple of hours later, she was acting really weird because I guess she had found in the forest some marijuana. And now she's not having a good time. So she's at the vet, and that wrapped up most of the day for me. But I'm just packing up some gear because I have a shoot Monday morning that I gotta go to. And I got this vacuum for 50 bucks, so I was just cleaning that up. This is great, because I really needed a vacuum. And I'm just grabbing the P900 so I can do some modeling of it over the weekend. So with that, instead of having a full day Saturday because I was at the vet, we're wrapping it up right now. So thanks for watching this week. Let me know what kind of things you want to see in future videos, and I'll see you guys next week.